to people, like where it's just a conversation with Gary and the person. People can get away with saying some really outlandish things that never get checked.
I 100% agree. There is a chat that happens. It's on Facebook Messenger as the room is going, and it's 80% dominated by Trump derangement syndrome people. So, and if you take them on any of their, I mean, there just can be blanket statements like, let's see, today Republicans are immoral, things like that. If you take them on, you're immediately, labeled either racist or you're misogynist. I mean, you get every term, but it runs simultaneous, and then it just keeps running through the messenger chat. It's frustrating.
Gary is a throwback to like the 1970s, 1980s newsmen who drank at lunchtime. And it makes me nostalgic. I don't always agree 100% with what goes on in this room. And me and him have had words I say, over that chat being cut off. But I think Clubhouse is a graveyard. And his room is one of the few places where you actually can have a conversation without it turning into absolute nonsense. Yes, some people get emotional, but ultimately it's a well-moderated room, and it's not stupid for lack.
I agree with you 100%, but I would also add that I don't know if I agree with Mojo entirely, although I defer to him 99% of the time on 99% of the things. Like, I think Clubhouse may have a kind of I don't want to say renaissance. I think it will eventually perhaps lead the way in many of the social tech spaces, because these apps where people are meeting in person are becoming so popular. The research on the being digitally drowned, so to speak, by too much technology. This is kind of a halfway point. This is a hybrid where you at least hear people's voices. And I think we're going to move away from spaces where people are just text-based. And, this will be a happy medium, because people don't necessarily always want to be in person. But I think there's going to be a renaissance period for revival for social audio. So,
yeah, I don't think so. I think social audio is going to be thought about like as the way that we do about like adult videos theaters that used to exist. I'm sure they exist in some parts of the world, but they used to be all over the place, right? And now you could just talk about, hey, remember the time. And I think our experience on social audio, we will probably look back and go, hey, remember when there was this thing where you could get on and you could like be around a bunch of weirdos and you could yell at each other and you could, I mean, if you think about the full range of experiences on here, there's people that are sharing legitimate good information with people that benefit them in their life. I mean, shit, I've been in rooms where, and I'm not just blowing smoke up Todd's ass because he's on the stage for the first time in 1,000 years, but, Todd's talked about nutrition in rooms where I'm like, does this guy know what he's talking about? And I'm fucking Googling shit, and I'm just like, yeah, this guy's fucking smart. And like, and so some of the things that people bring up, you can incorporate in your life because like somebody said something that you weren't even aware was a thing. And like the nutrition thing's just one of them. That's on the positive side, but I think it's so over-indexed on negativity that I don't think it's going to have a renaissance, because I think what will happen is, for all the reasons that celebrities said when they peaked in and then they said, oh shit, I better go, like the Kevin Harts of the world, I think that that's going to be the conclusion that most people come to, is